She's an internationally recognized TV talk show host who uses her wealth of knowledge, honesty, and common sense to help everyday people and their families navigate through life's toughest issues. Joining me from New York City is the queen of chat herself, Trisha Goddard. Good morning, Trisha.
Good morning, Alissa.
Now this month, you're airing all new episodes on the Trisha Goddard Show. What can fans of the show look forward to?
Some amazing shows. We had Ashley Horn back on the show. Now, people might remember that last season we did a DNA test with her that determined she is, in fact, Lindsay Lohan's half-sister. Does Lindsay Lohan have a long-lost sister?
I don't want to be a part of the Lohan train wreck.
Well, we invited her back on the show because she wanted to prove that, according to her, she did not say that she had cosmetic surgery just to look like her sister, Lindsay Lohan. So we gave her a lie detector test. And, of course, Michael Lohan was back. Things got pretty heated between me and him. I don't care who you are, but there's no bull poo on my show.
You've never held her or touched her or talked to her face to face?
Would you like to have more celebrity guests on your show? I mean, that show was huge for you last season. So are you looking forward to doing more celebrities, or do you want to stay with more everyday families?
Well, you know, here's the thing. It's someone with a story to tell, a real life story to tell. It's not about promoting their book or what have you. So, I mean, we treat everyone exactly the same, but everyday people is our staple. And if a celebrity has a genuine, heartfelt story, or they want a DNA or a lie detector test, because so far we've done a DNA test, we did a lie detector test with, you know, the guy who claimed that he was Kim Kardashian's baby daddy, all of that sort of thing, you know.
The polygraph determined that Michael was not being truthful.
So we do a lot of those shows, but we're doing some amazing shows dealing with adult DNA. You know, if you've grown your whole life being told that this person is your father, that person's your mother, and then there's some doubt cast on that, that brings up a lot of stuff for people.
And a very special guest, conflict resolution expert Trisha Goddard, is going to help us.
And you started your talk show career here in the States as a conflict expert on The Maury Show. Now, what types of conflict resolutions come easiest for you, and what type do you think are the most challenging?
Wow. I think all of them are challenging.
Put your shoes back on or get out of the studio.
I don't see them as a problem, they're a challenge. But the most challenging, obviously, are going to be the ones where people don't really want to put their conflicts aside. You know, some people are fueled by anger. They need that. They feel it validates them. So if you don't want to put your anger and your negative stuff aside, and you just pretend you want things to be sorted out, that's not going to work. So it helps that people come to the table saying, look, I want this to be worked out. I can't stand to live this way. I want some closeness with this person. Then I have something to work with. But otherwise, I'm happy to say to people, you know what, you should just walk away from each other, because neither of you wants to sort this out. So you're just damaging your children by having these arguments over and over again.
Do you want to save your relationship?
No, I don't.
And those type of shows definitely pull on our heartstrings. And I wonder what inspired you to host that type of talk show?
Well, I started in Australia, first of all, and that was back in, 1993. My background is a news and current affairs journalist, and I specialised in health and social welfare. I've been a mental health activist now and advised governments for some 28 years, worked with the World Psychiatric Association, early parenting, early childhood parenting I've been involved in. So gradually the world of journalism and my personal volunteer work came together. And I got trained in conflict resolution, so I started working with workforce and unions and all sorts of things. So everything that I'd learned throughout my life has come together to make this talk show. It wasn't something I planned, it wasn't some great career plan, it just happened because it's my passion.
And as the title of your memoir reveals, you've lived a life less than ordinary. So what has motivated you to keep going despite those tough times?
Wow, that's a good question. One day at a time, I think, just taking one day at a time. As you said, you know, getting through depression when I was hospitalized, and more recently, 5 years ago, my breast cancer treatment. That's a really good question. Often it's been somebody who's reached out to me, somebody unexpected. Sometimes it's a nurse, sometimes it's, you know, someone you wouldn't expect, and that's helped me, so I like to help others.
Thank you so much for talking with us today. We're so looking forward to all of the new shows coming up this month. Now remember, you can watch the Trisha Goddard Show weekdays at 4 p.m. on the CW Columbus.